What an adventure, y'all. We are in Mesquite. We had the craziest detour, which I can put some footage here from it, but there was an accident on the 90 or on the 215 or the 15, I don't know, a highway where traffic was completely stopped. There was no way to go. So we turned around, drove back on the wrong side of the street. We were following other cars who did the same thing, took an exit, like this weird sketchy small exit that took a dirt road, followed that down. There was like probably 10 of us, 10 cars that did all this together. And then there became a point where we couldn't drive any further because it dropped off, just like a big, like, I don't know what you even call it, like just a huge divot in the road, like really deep. It was like no way we were gonna drive over it. And so a bunch of people got together and mapped out like this area we could drive through the plants and dirt to get back to the highway, and they cut down the gate and everything, like the fence, so that we could all drive through. It was hectic, but thank God we did that. Otherwise, we would not have made it to our destination because we're supposed to see a football game this afternoon, and that was gonna add like 2 hours to our drive time. But now we're gonna get there just in time for the game. We'll have a little bit of time to spare. We just got McDonald's. I'm drinking an emergency. I just took my antibiotic, and we're getting gas right now too. There was so much of an adventure. It was so crazy. We were like, well, I guess we'll just do what they do, and if we get stuck or something, we're all stuck together and we'll figure it out from there. But it just seemed like a better option than sitting on the highway in dead stop traffic. There was probably 2 miles long of cars just completely stopped on the road. In case you're wondering, my McDonald's breakfast order is 2 of these, like, I think they're just like sausage breakfast burritos. That's it. Good morning, y'all. I feel like it's been so long since we've made a coffee together. I'm making a big one today because I have lots of editing to do. 2 to 3 videos I should be able to completely edit today. So I need the energy and focus. Yummy. While we were in Utah over the weekend, we went to the Black Rifle Coffee store, cafe. They only have a few locations, I believe, throughout the US, and I think Utah is where most of them are. But anyways, that is our all-time favorite coffee. I've said this before and I'll say it a million times. I love them so much. We have their subscription, so all of the coffee that we have is from them. We just placed like a huge order to get more stuff. We're buying it for people for Christmas presents. It's like the best coffee ever. And so it was so fun to go to their like actual physical store. It's like a cafe, so they make you a coffee. I got a mocha cold brew, and let me tell you, so freaking good. This is like our entire collection right here. We have bags all the way to the back. We've got this Christmas blend. There's some beans in here too. And yeah, I need to make me another batch right now since I just used up that one, but this is what I want. Midnight Rider is like my fave. I don't know if you guys can buy this one because it was exclusive, but if you can, definitely get it. It tastes like chocolate and it's so good. In case you're interested in how I brew it, I have a bean grinder right here. I put it on the coarsest setting and I do it for 20 seconds. And then I take 3/4 cup of beans. It's like practically empty. I'm gonna dump the rest in. Take my cold brew system. I just pour the grounds right in there. I made extra since I finished up the bag, so it's super full. It's usually more like here-ish, I would say. Then I fill this with water Put this inside and it sits for 24 hours. There's your cold brew. I did all of our like produce prep, like chopping and stuff yesterday. So tons of dishes to be put away, plus obviously we made dinner. You know when you're just like randomly doing something and you go, I remember my dream from last night. It just happened to me and I don't remember the details that I thought I would share because it just popped in my head and it was so random. I guess I was in Hawaii. I've never been before, but I was in Hawaii and I didn't know anyone that I was with, but I was in this big group and we were all standing in a line because we were supposed to get t-shirts and shoes, I guess. I don't know if this was like some kind of inclusive like group thing or what, but we were all supposed to get new shoes and a t-shirt. And I remember they came up to me and asked my shoe size. And I was like, oh, a women's 8. And they pulled me aside into like this private area and were telling me that my feet were too big and that I guess in Hawaiian sizes, they use like men's sizes, but for some reason my foot was measuring as a men's 12 instead of a men's 6, which was the actual equivalent to a women's 8. And I was like so embarrassed, and they were telling me that I had to go to like the shoe specialist on the island and buy my own shoes, but it like wasn't an option. Like I had to do it. Instead of getting the free ones, I had to go pay for them, and I was so upset. And then I was like leaving, and I think I was riding a bike on the island, and it was like this weird like small town setting, and I just remember thinking, I am so claustrophobic knowing that I'm on an island. And then I woke up. That's my dream. How delicious does this look? This is just red potato, mushrooms, bell peppers, green and red, jalapenos, salt, pepper, cumin, onion powder, and then some hot sauce on top. Coffee, of course, and special feature today. Quick update on my sickness and why I have this. I started feeling sick 3.5 weeks ago now. Wow, it's been forever. Long story short, I waited way too long to go to the doctor. I finally went the day before Thanksgiving and found out I had a very, very severe ear infection. So they prescribed me amoxicillin. That's what this is. It's an antibiotic. I've been taking it since the day before Thanksgiving that night, and tomorrow's my last day of taking it, so 1 full week. It has helped so much. My ear feels back to normal. Funny story though, before she could even look in my ear, it was very full of wax. Sorry if that freaks you out, but I produce a lot of wax in my ears, always have since I was a kid. So she couldn't even see my inner ear to diagnose me. So she did like this procedure to flush the wax out, basically just putting hot water like into my ear so that it flushes stuff out. And it felt so good, and I felt like I could hear for like 2 minutes after she did it. And then ever since that point, I haven't been able to hear out of my ear at all, which I already was experiencing before I even went to the doctor from the ear infection. Like I wasn't able to hear out of my ear for almost 2 weeks total. Anyways, I was taking this pill and I was feeling better, but still couldn't hear. So I was like, what is going on? So I bought an earwax removal kit yesterday, used it last night. I can hear. What a miracle. I'm so glad that I can hear again. You have no idea how weird it was to only be able to hear out of one ear. And everything was like so loud after my ear opened up. I was like, holy cow, like everything is so loud. I can hear so much. Anyways, that's my story. I'm feeling a million times better. I'm almost done with my antibiotics and life is good. I'm gonna show you guys some madness in our house. Zachary is trying out HelloFresh for the next like month and a half, so this box just came in and I emptied it, but I'm bringing it upstairs along with the rest of them because this is our present wrapping station. Yeah, we have like boxes, wrapping paper, so much. There's even birthdays coming up, so we have the birthday paper out. But yeah, this station just gets wild, and I can turn the light on. That's better. You know what's even funnier? So we were out of town, so Zachary's sister stayed and watched the dog for us. Today's her birthday, so we're going to dinner for her in a few hours. But we had her presents delivered to the house, and this came while we were out of town. And we were like, hey, can you just grab the presents that are at the front door? There was a ton of stuff, or I guess not presents, but boxes. There was a ton of stuff, and she brought them in. Of course, the one thing that's not in discreet packaging is the thing that's her birthday gift. So she brought in her own birthday gift. I'm sure she knew it was for her because it was on her wish list. I'm angry at you, Amazon, for doing that, but whatever. That's why we didn't wrap it. We're just gonna take it tonight. It also came with the box torn, so I hope the thing is okay. I just thought that was a funny story to share. And then this is her bento box that she wanted. So yeah, we're like, she's already seen it. We're like not gonna bother wrapping it because waste of paper and time. Like I said, we do have her dinner tonight, and it's at, oh, what is the place called? Sparkles? Did I make that up? That sounds wrong, but also sounds right. I think it's called Sparkles. It's like a fancier dinner place. We're going there tonight. And I am so bad about remembering things that are happening. If they're happening on a like normal weeknight, I will never remember it until like a few hours beforehand. So now I'm kind of in a little bit of a panic to like get ready. I have plenty of time. I'm just like panicked because I was like, holy crap, we have plans tonight. And I planned on just being in sweatpants all day. I'm going to shower and then get ready for tonight.
Gonna hit me back, yeah. Now it's all just you got me on blast, damn. You're over it. I've been done. We're so toxic. Can't get enough. Go and say it like a mantra. You know what you want, do ya? Oh, hell no, I won't play the monster no matter what you tell yourself. I should have known that we could never be friends. I hear you just thought we could, but we
do not have good lighting in my house when it's nighttime, but this is my outfit. I'm gonna put on some knee-high black heeled boots when it's time, but I won't put them on until I get downstairs. But yeah, this is my fit. Honestly pretty comfy for like being fancy. And then I threw on these gold like hoop things. I don't know, they're like chunky. I like them. I've never worn them before actually, and I like them. And then just my rings. Now it's that Zachary's showering, you know, men in their last minute showers, but I'm gonna go ahead and remove the, I'm sorry if you can hear him singing. I'm gonna take the bedding off of here since Zachary's sister did stay here over the weekend for us to watch the dog, so I'm gonna just remove everything and get it in the wash while we're gone.
We can never be friends. We can never be friends. We can never be friends. You feel a type of way, well that's fantastic. Nothing to something and now it's drastic. Don't tell your friends, we're so done. It never ends. You have a fun.
Bubba, watch out! You're in the camera. Oh my goodness.
I want to do it, and it only depends on if I can get my ass with
2 days a week.
You took it off your gifts like 3 days after we were.
I hear you just